Why do you have a scab?
Yikes. I was lifting up these plastic chairs from Target, and I was trying to force it into my car, didn't fit, and then the little edge that was sharp sliced off a gash.
You bought furniture from Target?
Watches can't
Yeah,
have
patio
scabs,
furniture.
dude.
Oh yeah, we go to Crate and Barrel.
Watches,
Very cool of you.
watches can't have
How's your
scabs.
relationship going?
It's going about as good as Crate and Barrel's profits are. Fantastic and soaring.
Take that, Creighton. Oh.
Fantastic, a lot of sores
On
though.
the up and up or on the down and down?
Oh, dude, Crate and Barrel, you never been there? Oh, their furniture. There's a dining table that I saw there, $5,000.
Never gonna go there.
No, yeah.
Ouch.
I don't know how anyone
Is it
affords
even
that.
worth it?
It's amazing stuff.
See
Like
my little nook in my kitchen. That's nice.
your little nut in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep it out. What episode is this?
I nut 43.
43. Wow.
It's the one and only episode 43.
43.
There will never be another.
I just want to start off.
Episode like me.
Just want to start off this podcast with my last vape hit. Steve and I today are smashing our vapes. He doesn't know where it is right now.
I
so
legitimately lost it, but we'll put in a video. of me
I
smashing
somehow
it.
feel like that's convenient.
It is. It
was
seems
pretty
convenient.
convenient.
It seems
Extraordinarily
convenient.
convenient.
It's also really funny. Every time that Kibbs talks about it, he always says, "Me and Steve decided," like he's roping you into it, even though
I
you're
was
having
the one
second
that
thoughts.
brought it up.
Initiated it.
Okay, I wasn't there.
Yeah, James doesn't want to quit.
James doesn't want to quit. That's okay.
No, I'm not going to smash my vape. I
was
will
gonna
cut
say,
down.
You just bought
by
a vape
choice.
too.
If
But here we
James
go.
quits, I'll quit.
Guys,
I'll never quit.
this is my last vape hit, and then I will smash it.
Okay. This is
Cut
a
to
very,
montage of him saying this multiple times in past videos.
What a serendipitous day. The day of the election.
All right. It was sweet.
Are you going to do it with the wrong side of the bat?
And there's also no camera.
Took
on
another.
you. There's also no camera on you. No one's.
There's so much vape juice in the vape still. Why don't you drain the juice before you...
Are you?
It's not gonna.
Well, hold on.
You just need to like have a better setup and.
What is Jamie doing?
Think
I'm
better about it.
If you're actually gonna do this, I want to get.
incorporate the footage.
Yeah. Okay.
Those were my last
Wait.
hits. I won't be taking another hit.
Wish I could find mine. I kind of want to vape right now.
Yeah, I might get mine to hit after.
Okay. I love that you continue to do
So let me
it.
give you the play-by-play of what's happening right now.
You're
Kib
not gonna
has
break
put
yours, are
the...
you?
I am going to put the vape on the floor, and he's got his baseball bat. And he's about to smash it.
I'm
And
sorry
get,
for those of you
Can you
that
put
are
some newspapers down on the
about
ground?
vape.
Or
Does
a
it?
box-
Oh
put a
right,
box
because
down?
there's
Put a box down or a
Get a
newspaper?
box
and
over here.
such. Yeah.
Just get one of the cardboard pieces.
Let me,
Oh, there are many, but you're walking past them all.
There's a whole bunch of boxes.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do the commentary.
I just
Kib
want
is
you to
now
know,
walking
I
around.
support you not wanting to vape anymore.
Thanks, man.
But I just.
He's not
don't
doing
think
anything.
breaking it is the right word.
I know.
Not doing anything worthwhile.
Now,
When I quit smoking weed back in the day, I broke my bong.
Yeah.
was it?
But I don't get it.
But that was on accident.
And that's the day I just couldn't smoke anymore.
All right.
Oh man, I gotta see this happen.
Dude, what if the fucking bat broke?
Actually, turn it off.
What if the internet broke? Did you just say?
Would that blow up?
Oh, the bat
How
broke.
do you turn
Yeah.
it off?
I don't know, dude.
5 times.
Is it female?
So here
No,
he
that
is.
just locks it, dude.
Do you hold it?
No, you go.
Oh,
it's
you have to
three
go into
times.
settings.
It's
Into
3 times, and you have to hold it every
Oh, I
time you
can
want to
do
go to a
this.
new.
What if we auctioned it off to charity? Would that be a better endeavor?
No.
He doesn't need to break the batteries. He's right about that. This is taking far too long.
Wow,
He's
here we go, boys.
raising the
We got some
battle.
good footage
This isn't
over
as big a deal as you're making it out to be.
lifted
It
the
is
bat.
for me, it is a
He
big deal.
knows that when he puts the bat down, the final blow is going to destroy it.
here. You shall not vape! A little more.
It didn't hurt at all.
Oh God.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't think it's broken. No, you got it, or no?
I missed.
I wonder what Smock's gonna think about this.
Thanks for the vape, Smock. Feeding our addiction? Nada.
Wow, he really did it. He really broke his vape. If you could hear that in the background, he broke his vape.
I'm proud of you.
So if you're just tuning in now, Kib just broke his vape.
What were your thoughts in that?
God no.
What were your thoughts in the incident?
So what I felt as
Yeah.
it was happening was
I
I was
rock.
very, at the same time, both simultaneously
I just realized
hot
I'll be
and
the one
bothered.
cleaning this.
I'm
Yeah, you can
hot
go ahead
and
and clean that.
cold.
I'll be the
I'm
one.
Yes, then I'm there.
It's this and it's that. It's a little bit of tit for tat.
Kids hate him.
Kids, don't try this at home.
All the kids are hating on me.
Yeah, none of them will listen to me anymore.
All the kids are getting drunk.
What I don't understand is whether or not I'm going to go home after this.
A
So,
new
congratulations.
chapter.
No more vape,
Cool.
dude. No more tired
Stick to
doing
it. I
out
won't let you
during
hit
the
mine.
day.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Man, you know what that makes me think of?
Cigarettes. I could start that.
Yes.
Yeah, true. I was
Bangarang.
thinking Bespoke Post.
Yes.
Thanks to our sponsors, Bespoke Post, Skillshare, and Stitch Fix.
Thank you guys.
Keeping all the lights on. Thank you very much. Bespoke Post is a monthly delivery service They send you a box of awesome every month full of goods to upgrade your style, apartment, and life. There are tons of themes, including style, grooming, cooking, drinking, travel. Bespoke Post has new boxes every month that you're guaranteed to dig, everybody. There are no commitments. Bespoke Post lets you know which box they picked out for you on the first of each month, and you will have 5 days to keep it, switch it, or skip it. We actually got sent a little thing.
Yeah, I got a little speaker. Well, it's not mine. Who wants to keep this?
Right here.
Right, because I got one of the bespoke things from before. But it's a cute little wooden speaker.
pretty neat.
It actually
Very cool.
fits our dynamic here really
It's
well.
actually really cool.
I'll play
yeah.
Our
music
aesthetic, sorry.
when we're hanging out. I'll play music for
so
us.
you just charge it, and bada bing, bada boom. You can listen to music on a cute little speaker.
My
Yeah,
turn?
we picked
I'll
the
keep it
music
for now.
theme.
Okay.
This is pretty neat.
Careful with my speaker.
Is that like the main thing they sent, or is there like
This
other?
is the thing they sent.
That's really
That's
cool.
our monthly item, and you can also get monthly items like that if you sign up. And you should.
Mm-hmm. They're upgrading.
If you want little treats every month, Bespoke Post is where it's at.
If you
Yeah.
don't want
Portable,
little
it's
treats every
fun.
month, something's wrong with you.
I feel like there's a lot of like monthly subscription services that are kind of like they can be a little bit strange, but this one's actually really cool.
Really cool.
They're upgrading your style, apartment, and life one box at a time. It's like a little present, little gift to yourself. Treat yourself once every month, and you can experience it too at boxofawesome.com.
Box of Awesome.
Boxofawesome.com. And to receive 20% off your first subscription box, go to boxofawesome.com and enter promo code PINE at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, promo code PINE for 20% off your first boat. Bespoke Post. Themed boxes for guys that give a damn.
What was the link again?
It was BOX.
The
OF.
screen's really durable.
AWESOM.com. Promo code
Pine.
PINE.
I believe you forgot to put the E after awesome.
You're right.
And after Pine.
PIN.
E.
Pin.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Bespoke
guys.
Post, for sponsoring the podcast.
That's super neat. Can I play with it? Let me see.
Cool,
Sure,
fun
Jamie,
little
you
I
can
thing.
play with it.
just want to screw around.
Fun little thing that we learned today that just came out today as well. You guys should check it out. The Fine Brothers released College Kids React to Sugar Pine
Oh, yeah.
7.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That was unexpected. I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
that. But then I
Yeah.
remembered we had a whole email conversation chain because we're going to do a React video to the React video.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't even
gonna
know.
be fun. And for all of you guys out there who've never heard of Sugar Pine 7,
They're
check
great.
out that video. See what other people think of us, and then base your opinion on us off of them. It's really in right now. What you do is you just fucking do it.
I haven't seen it yet. What was the general consensus?
Everybody hated us.
Everybody liked it. and
Everybody
then
liked it.
One girl didn't really get it, but I think she was still like appreciative of it.
But I think she was one of the biggest fans.
I feel like that's a common thing where people will like look at the stuff and they'll be like, you know, if they're like, I don't like it or whatever, they're like, it's not for me, but I can see why.
I think people love it or they hate it.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Citizen Kane.
Exactly.
It's either the best movie ever made or what did Rosebud mean?
Cinnamon candy canes are either loved or hated, as Steve mentioned.
Cinnamon candy canes. I'd be down for one actually.
I
Should we,
actually
should we
would
make
really
a candy
love
cane run?
Yeah, you want to make a candy cane run?
No.
Postmates some King.
Postmates
Some
and
cocaine?
King Kong is on Blu-ray tonight, by the way.
Tonight. It's on Blu-ray tonight. Oh fuck, dude! What the fuck is that?
Probably candy
You're
cane.
gonna have King Kong versus Godzilla coming up.
Oh no.
Oh,
Godzilla
dude,
will
nobody
win.
cares
Yeah,
about
I
that.
don't care at all.
There's
Are you
no-
joking?
No, that's a real thing.
real
no,
thing.
no, actually,
Why?
the director of Blair Witch is doing it.
Oh, that could be cool. The one you were in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Cool.
Adam.
That's why they did the King Kong Skull Island or whatever because
Skull Island River.
or whatever.
Yeah, Skull Island.
Yeah, they
You
want
got
that
it right the first time.
crossover. Everyone's got to do like the whole like big event thing, big crossovers and shit.
What
It's
is
like-
what is the point of crossovers now? Why do people like those so much? Just because they've already seen too much of the one
Money.
side?
I guess it's interesting to see the two characters come together. in
Hey,
a
we
way.
all
I
know
think-
where it started. AVP.
Yep.
Oh yeah, well,
Rock on
no,
forever,
what- no,
baby.
no, it was
Rock
Freddy
on
and Jason.
AVP.
Shut up, guys.
Fair enough.
Was it really?
They
Did
might
Freddy
have been-
vs. Jason come before
I think it was
AVP?
2003 and then AVP
Yeah.
2004. But back in like I think it was the early 90s when the last Friday the 13th came out, Jason Goes to Hell or something. I think that's what it's called. At the end, Freddy's it shows Jason's grave or something, and then Freddy's claws come
Oh,
out.
yeah.
It was like setting it up like a decade before.
Dude, Freddy vs. Jason
I love that movie.
fucked me as a kid.
So good though.
I was so
In a fun
terrified
way.
of Freddy and his claws, dude.
Really?
Like, yeah, I have this weird like phobia with cuts on my
Right,
hands
you
and
do.
feet.
Oh, dude.
And like there's a scene where he cuts a girl's feet like underneath or like remember they're walking under these like metal grate things and
no.
slicing at
Oh,
them.
is Freddy Krueger your worst nightmare?
Was when I was a kid, dude. Like in the dark.
Maybe that's why
Freddy
you're
was
so
there.
afraid of cuts now. Freddy Krueger.
Oh my god! Imagine if it could be.
That's why I'm afraid of big underground worms because of Tremors.
yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
And-
Graboids.
And tapeworms. Steve had 3 of them when he was a kid.
And that was one of the biggest deterrents from me getting a childhood.
My biggest fear is tear gas because I'm afraid of crying.
Oh, emotion.
I don't want to
Yeah,
feel.
that's
afraid of.
lame, dude.
Yeah, you're late to class.
Oh,
You're late to class.
Imagine having
Science.
Freddy Krueger be your worst nightmare. It's very ironic.
Hey, are these
Oh my
available right now?
God, It is.
Or are these coming out soon?
That was deep.
Oh, is this
You're the merch
New
guy.
Is this
Sugar
a
Pine 7
secret?
hats coming soon.
Oh, okay.
It's our brand new hat.
These are actually
We've
really
got
cool.
the cool little pine logo. It's very simple, very minimal. I like it a lot. It's very stylish. It's one of those hats that could be worn even if you're not a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if you don't
Yeah.
know what Sugar Pine 7 is, which I think is really cool.
I really dig that stuff. Like Corridor Digital does that sort of thing where like their gear is just
Don't
cool as shit.
talk
We're
about
not
another
talking about
merch.
other brands,
No,
Jamie.
only
My
our
God,
brand.
you always talk about
Mine.
Quarter
There's
Digital.
no
You said there's some
other
amazing
quarter group
Stay on
We do
top of
way
it.
better
Digital
VFX.
quarters aren't even
So
a thing.
Godzilla versus Freddy and Jason.
Was the greatest
Pre-80s.
But we also have an alternative
Sequel.
lifestyle shirt.
I want to see.
Yes, we do. Actually,
You wearing?
No way.
This
You're
the
wearing
new
it
one?
right now?
my
Oh,
God.
yeah,
Flash
baby.
Me.
And you guys
I
have
do
been
love
asking.
that
You guys
shit.
have been asking for a normal size T-shirt that isn't the long drop, so that's why we did another long drop.
this is the long
But
drop. But don't
we
worry,
have-
we've got some cool things in the works
shit.
for a few months down the line, and they're gonna be normal cut.
Oh, Q5 is gonna be dope.
Q5.
Q5
in the year.
Q23 6 years from now is gonna be wild.
Yeah.
We've got some ideas for some.
We've got a
shirts.
full series of clothing coming out in shirts that are not drop tail at all.
special edition, one of each.
Yeah,
Only one.
I'm excited.
One
for
of the
them.
shirts is a picture of Jason Statham in a rosemary bud garden,
Fingering
and
his
he's
prostate.
fingering his prostate.
Yeah.
Oh
And
man,
he's
I was like,
and
this
then
is turning into a real shirt.
No,
and
it's
then
cool.
all of
And
a
the
sudden
other one
it's
is
not.
an hourglass, but instead of sand on the inside, it's
Blood.
James crying.
It's 28 men having one seizure.
Each.
But instead of sand, it's just a bunch of really, really, really tiny DVD boxes of 28 Days Later.
So James and I saw Hereditary.
What is this?
I
I
haven't
keep hearing
seen it
about
yet.
it. I'm
Really?
I'm
It's a
so
horror movie.
You don't.
fucking
You're out of the
behind.
loop on Hereditary.
Dude, I don't know
Same.
dick about
Wowzers.
any movies right now.
It was a lot.
Before you
In a good
say
way?
what it is, let's explain Hereditary real quick. Just we can
And a spoiler-free
a spoiler-free
summary.
explanation. Hereditary is the story of a mother going through grief. She has a daughter, and this is said right off the bat. It's even said in the trailer. Her mother passed away, so the grandmother, in the
the
whole
matriarch
situation.
of the
And she lives a very secretive life, and the story just goes from there. And it's her deal with grief, and then things happen that are out of the ordinary, and then
Was that bad?
Nope.
boom.
Was
So there
Steve's
was.
mic not plugged in the whole time?
No, I think it was fine. It
It's
was,
happened before. It's the same one that you had before, and it's just like it'll work.
You know what crossover I want to see? Freddy versus Alien.
You've been waiting so long to say that.
Freddy
yeah.
versus Alien.
How'd you know?
I think
Because
Alien would win.
You got cut off like 10 minutes ago before we started talking about the shirts. And then
I waited. I'm
and
learning.
it's so different from what we're talking about now.
I know, but
for
I waited.
That was really sweet of you.
I waited.
But Hereditary, I would give easily an 8 out of 10. It was truly.
That's not that good of a score.
I like The
though.
Witch more.
For a horror or
The Witch
for a
was
movie?
fucking fantastic.
For a movie, well, see, that's the thing. Hereditary can stand alone with its because normally horror movies have a like this contrived, plot that they set up to then get into the paranormal stuff. But Hereditary works in both ways so well.
I think it's like the Babadook. It's one of those movies that is both a metaphor and a actual supernatural story. Like both could stand alone, but they do better together, the metaphor and the supernatural. But like with the Babadook, like I think that the Babadook is an actual supernatural entity that is attracted to grief, right? Yeah, to grief. So it's not like just all in the mom's head or just a scary thing. Like one thing brings on the other. But with Hereditary, because there's obviously very heavy supernatural aspects to it, and the way that they do it is so crazy. It's like I heard a lot of people, because I've watched a lot of reviews on it, say that it was, if you strip it down to the actual formula of it, it's nothing too revolutionary as far as the.
It's far more conventional than I
It's
thought it was going
it's
to be.
pretty conventional, but it's a perfectly done conventional horror movie with there is a lot of like more unique details and the way that the story
So well crafted.
there are great turning points that you don't expect at all.
Oh
And
my
it, like,
God, dude.
Yeah.
The trailer
like,
doesn't give anything away.
Is it like jump scary or is it
No.
just
No.
Thank
there are
fucking God.
no jump scares.
Talking about the Babadook or Hereditary?
Hereditary.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There are
No
no
jump
jump
scares at
scares.
all.
That's the biggest plus to it.
Thank
Is
God.
because like Well, I mean, jump
don't mind
scares are
jump scares once in a
no,
while.
they're cool, and like
When done in
if you
taste.
want to do that, because I don't go to the theater to watch. Like, if I'm gonna go watch like a horror movie like Lights Out or something. Like, I'm not gonna be like, this is about to be the best horror movie I've ever seen. It's gonna be like a fuck,
experience.
like
Yeah.
a fun kind of fun
Like a roller
scary.
coaster ride.
Hereditary is not a fun scary.
It's like this is staying with me.
I'm gonna be affected
Yeah.
for about a week later.
That's how Babadook and The Witch were for me.
Same
where it was
with The Babadook. The
I
Witch
just
didn't
don't
fuck me up
feel
that
The
much.
Witch fucked me up.
The Witch fucked me up.
I saw it in
Babadook
theaters.
didn't really fuck me up because Babadook I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was more cool than scary. But The Witch.
I just felt bad after watching it. I was like, I just
Yeah.
don't feel good.
I didn't even feel
Well, the
bad.
Babadook
It was
had
just kind of like a holy fuck, like
For The
what
Witch
a
or-
for the Witch. Yeah, like
Oh,
I was
yeah,
just like,
okay.
what a fucking crazy story that was.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is because
And I didn't like how it
Babadook.
ended.
Babadook, I feel like, has a resolution and kind of a happy ending, if I'm remembering correctly,
Yeah.
right? She overcomes the grief.
But she keeps the grief. Hence why and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Babadook, you probably never want to see it anyway.
Well, that's what I love about that is it doesn't really ruin the movie because it's
That's not ruining the
it's
movie.
such an interesting journey. Like what happens and what you discover about her psyche is way more interesting than where it ends.
It's like a journey
Yeah,
in
truly.
time.
Yeah.
Journey in time.
And same with Hereditary, honestly.
Well, we
It's-
won't talk about the end of Hereditary,
Yeah.
but
What
like
about the Witch?
no,
How old
please.
is the Witch? Can we talk about like
a couple
oh
years
yeah,
old.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No,
so we can talk about
it. It's
spoilers?
like 2015 or
Okay,
something. Yeah, yeah.
so real quick, like
Tread lightly.
only thing I really didn't like about The Witch was literally the end where you find out that the witch is like in my mind because it was like in like a medieval era or wherever era it was in that
Medieval.
it was going to be like more of like
Puritan.
a cult thing, and then you think it's going to be a cult thing, and then they start flying up into the sky, and
It
I
was
was
the
like,
devil.
yeah, but like I liked
Black Phillip.
I liked
Black Phillip,
imagining
the goat
that it was
well, because look, so in Christianity, like their symbolism, like of the I guess it's not Christianity, it's in like Satanism more so, but the symbol of the devil is the Baphomet, which is the goat head
Horns,
with the
yeah.
horns, not like a devil with horns, like a goat's literal black goat's head with the body, and that's the direct symbolism in Black Phillip the goat, which is truly Satan in that movie.
Well, that's the
who's-
rock and roll symbol, right? Like that's the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't buy
The
that
ram,
though.
whatever.
I don't like when you get into symbolism and shit. There's like a certain level that I won't go past as far as
So
like
rock and roll is your.
No, I mean like I don't like care if I do this. I know that I'm not like.
Oh no,
hailing
I wasn't
Satan.
saying this is
But
bad.
you know
I was
what
just saying
mean?
that that's
Like,
where it came from, right?
Yeah,
That was, like,
I'm
the
sure
ram.
it is. Yeah,
Devil
yeah,
horns,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like when it comes to shit like that, because I remember like the church that I went to, there were some people who were like super like
Oh, dude.
into shit, and they're just like, I'm like I don't care. I know my own heart, my own intention, and everything that I do, so I'm not like worried about doing this. I know that it doesn't mean that
Yeah.
I'm damned.
I had a friend who wasn't allowed to go. I had a friend who wasn't allowed to do Halloween.
Wasn't allowed to blink.
Wasn't allowed to. He wasn't allowed to
Halloween?
drink water ever. No, he wasn't. He wasn't allowed to go like participate in Halloween. Because it was like the devil. He couldn't play Pokemon or read Harry Potter. Like anything.
Pokemon.
Like this is one of those
Yeah,
things that
Pokemon's
would have
the devil's
gotten him.
work.
Would have gotten him whooped.
Pikachu, Black Horn Devil.
What is she peeking at?
What's he peeking at? Someone chewing?
Unacceptable.
What? The devil.
Not
But
until
the
you're married.
the thing that I liked about The Witch actually having this, like the supernatural aspect being proven to be true in the end, is that I feel like in a lot of movies, in the last like 10 years, horror movies like that are better, they're not just conventional like jump scare. Okay, this is just a horror movie type of movie. They're like the ones that are better, a little bit shot better, better written, better story, better acting, whatever. Is they always turn out to be a metaphor or a psychological thriller. I liked that The Witch. Because the whole time you don't know until the end, and then you're like, actual witches.
The end terrified
Well,
me.
how would you
Yeah.
have felt
It's
if
so simple.
If it was just
I would have felt a little
cult?
cheated.
Really?
Yeah,
I felt
because-
cheated because it was real witches. I was like, oh, I mean, the whole time I felt like, you know, you don't really know is there really a witch there, or is it just some crazy fucking
I think
lady
you would like
who
It
lives
Comes
in
at
the
Night
forest?
then.
Well, because look,
Yeah,
at the
I
end,
still haven't seen that.
at the
I've seen
end, like
No, I haven't.
for me, the fact that it was actual witches, I was hoping for that because as I was watching the first time, I was like, I really hope that this isn't all just like them going through things.
Yeah, like
But it's like it makes all the stakes real. That
Yeah.
there was actual witchcraft.
So
and
if
they
you
were
really want a
actual
movie
evil
with no
there.
payoff, you should watch It Comes at Night.
Okay, that's kind of what I like. I like to just feel like just what I thought. By the end
Wait,
of
the movie that's called The Witch? No.
this is gonna not be a witch.
But the fact, I mean, it's not a happy ending. Her family dies. She joins them.
yeah, that
right?
was fucked.
That's fucked. And
But I
like,
would have loved if she had just had joined the cult because she had nowhere else to go. Like that's
I
still
don't-
fucked.
I just don't. I wouldn't have the same like. satisfaction from that.
No, it's just
I
so
think it was
dark.
so
the
good.
way they filmed the
Yeah.
woods in that end scene where they're all floating up is so. It's just the
It's
aesthetic of it
unsettling.
is unsettling. It's terrifying.
Little
It
things like
stays with
that,
you.
because something like levitation is so unnatural.
Yeah.
So like just for that to simply be the thing is that it's the end shot. They're all around the fire, and then they all just start levitating. That's just such a like
That
yuck.
The
moment of
stuff with Black
realization.
Phillip
It's
didn't
so
bother me
dark.
at all, but then once they
Yeah.
started levitating, that was really it. Just was
Yeah,
like
it's like because you could get like the goat, and the goat's solid black. You know that it's like sinister.
Yeah.
And like it stabbing people or whatever, like things like that. Blood and guts, killing, like even like the pecking and shit like that. I mean, I didn't like the fucking beginning part with the baby. Like I hate anything that has to do with babies.
Yeah, that was fucked and a
That's
little
I hate that.
unnecessary.
I hate that.
It was really
it's not
gross.
because in
It's
like
fucked.
in witchcraft and Satanism,
They do that.
power comes from
Innocence.
like killing babies and stuff
Yeah,
like
the
that, which is
innocence of
fucked. Kill every Satanist
a
you meet,
child.
kids. But the things that like
or
irk
they'll kill
me-
you.
or they'll kill you. And the same thing in Hereditary. There were a few scenes that were unnatural, like human movement and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. It's stuff that creeps me out. Like, but the levitation, it's just like,
I really wish I wouldn't have seen in the trailer the kid hitting his head against the desk. I wish they didn't. I mean, I realize that they put that in there for shock value, and that's going to bring people to the audiences. But that, if you didn't know that was coming, it would
That
just be
would've fucked you.
so
Now
fun.
I know.
Horror
though,
movie
it's just-
trailers
It's in
are
the trailer,
so
though.
fucking
Okay.
bad. They're so
I thought
bad.
Hereditary
Hereditary did a
was
great
good
job.
because I like misleading trailers, not like
Yeah.
lying to
They
you, like to
should.
make you see it,
They almost
and
create
then
a
they
different story with the footage.
yeah, or
They really
or-
should do that more.
Yeah,
Or
oh
they
my
don't
gosh,
tell
I
you
just-
everything.
Yeah, exactly. They don't tell you everything, but they also kind of mislead you. Like maybe they focus on a character in it that isn't as important in the actual movie, or there's like a line in it that like I like how they mess around with like the context of lines and
Yeah.
shit like that.
I learned more about the relation of the dollhouses and stuff.
Really.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this just you and me because they haven't seen it.
Yeah,
But,
I still want to see it.
Another scene I loved in The Witch was when the dad locked the girls in the little hut.
In the shed, yeah.
And then the fucking witch is just in there.
Oh, dude.
At that point, that's when I was like, how the fuck did she get in
I think
there?
the scariest moment in that whole
And
movie
she's just
for me
like awful looking.
was when Black Phillip attacked the dad.
Yeah,
out
that
of
was
nowhere.
fucked. That was fucked for sure.
Because you still have some hope that the dad is gonna
Yeah.
like.
well, you're
'cause
still
the
convinced
dad-
he's a main character.
Yeah,
and it's like,
and it's also like when you look at the dad in a movie, you're like, okay, he can save the day somehow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Like
that's
A
where you
Quiet
lie your
Place.
hope,
He's gonna man up.
dude.
I haven't
You guys
seen
A
that
Quiet
either. I haven't
Place?
seen
No.
that. I'm so fucking behind, man.
It's-
It's been so busy.
What the hell
Another
have you been
movie-
doing? You are the movie guy.
I just gotta. I just.
I just think
Yeah.
you're tired
It's
when
been
you
busy.
go home.
There's no fucking time to do anything.
Yeah.
you.
What's it called? A Quiet Place is another movie that is, if you strip it away, pretty conventional.
Yeah.
But done very, very well.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing. The details. It's like you can't. It's impossible, I think, to make a base like template of a film be new. What you make new are the details and the decisions and the
Characters.
characters and just like the way that things happen you make new, and you do that well, then it takes away from the fact that the story itself is kind of conventional. And that's what like A Quiet Place, Hereditary do well as far as horror movies go.
Well, I feel like horror movies and science fiction have always been like the main reason they have hit so hard for people is because they, and this can be leaned on too much and it can get obnoxious, but they've always kind of commented on something in society, like a fear that happens
Yeah.
for people within whatever context of the world they're living in and shit.
So you can relate to some sort of it.
Right. I mean, it's like when you see the different
part of it.
trends of horror movies throughout the years, you can see what it is that society was kind of afraid of at the time.
Well,
Like,
the main trend that's going on right now with horror movies, at least good ones, is that they pull like grief.
Yeah.
It's real. It's mental health shit a lot of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
And
and
it was
that's-
zombies most recently before this, and then before that it was a lot of slashers, and then monster movies. Like, and I think
Because it was sex for a while.
I was gonna say
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
That
all
was
the slashers
sex and
are
rape
like
and
about
stuff.
sex and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what the slashers like represent, kind of. I think. But like one thing that really affects me is like when it's really intense family drama, like in Hereditary or even The Witch, even though it's a different era. Like when it's really relatable, realistic family
It's too
troubles.
realistic, man.
It affects me because like I have a lot of family issues, and so like when I was watching Hereditary, I forget what exactly detail it was, but something happened, and I was like,
Me too.
all right, keep going.
You just go. Me too.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Like
Maybe I should kill my parents.
I try to watch some like really great movies. I try to like sit down and watch really great movies or TV shows, and sometimes like, man, I got enough shit in my
Yeah.
personal
Oh, yeah, I
life.
couldn't watch,
I can't take this in right now.
I think
Like,
I detach.
good
I
good
still
time.
watch movies, and like you can still relate to things, but I think for me, I still I'm sitting down knowing that I'm watching a movie to be entertained in one form or
couldn't do
another.
that
I wear
with
that
good
shit,
time.
man. After a movie, I walk out and I feel that the rest of the day. So it's like,
What was that movie we saw in theaters? We were all like, that was fucked.
Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Oh,
Killing
yeah.
of a Sacred Deer.
I
Yeah.
haven't
Never
seen that.
mind. Then I've experienced this before, where you can't even control it. I
You
guess.
can, no, you can't, and it all depends on the film.
Yeah.
Films like that, like Hereditary, Killing of a Sacred Deer, those are movies that are crafted to make you feel, and they're
love that
talented
shit, though.
filmmakers that know how to do that. You know, in every sense of the filmmaking, the composition of the frame, the lighting, like the placement of actors and shit. Like they know that these certain things, and like having it. There was one scene I was watching. What was that? Half in the Bag, that review.
The scene in
fucking love those
Hereditary
guys.
where they just stayed on them.
Just the wide with the slight pan when they're in the living room. Any other like film that wasn't this film would cut into coverage and shit. But it was just like, there's the big thing that happens, and it's just like, how dare you stay in a wide for that? You're gonna make me fucking just see all this happen. Do you know what I
James
mean?
Wan does that a
dare
lot.
you.
James Wan is, I think, one of the only filmmakers who does jump scares
Yes,
right.
because it contributes to the story.
It does.
It
And
has
it's
a purpose.
also they're also true jump scares. They're not like, wait, what are you talking about?
hard sound.
It's like he'll do this thing where like somebody's like in the living room like looking around, and it'll cut back and forth from like the person actually head looking to like a POV type of thing, and then like in a movement where there's nothing for the monster to be, or the ghost to be there, all of a sudden just it'll like appear in a frame. It's like weird shit that he does, playing with like the cut of it, but it's,
Psychological
Yeah, very
shit.
it's
psychological.
very cool though.
That's what I hate about jump scares is I feel like they're just preying on your fight or
They're
flight
cheap.
reflexes.
Yeah,
they're
they're
not
very cheap.
actually helping helping tell the story. And I think it's one of the reasons you feel cheated. Is it's like, what was the fucking point? Like why did I just feel like I
I feel
wanted
like you
to
just went
leave?
through like a fucking ride, like a roller coaster
Exactly.
ride.
and I
Or
can't
like you're on a
talk,
drop or
but
something.
it's like it's
you can
too
feel
much.
them coming usually.
Yeah,
And
yeah. There's just a
As soon as
formula.
you're done, you're just like, oh, fucking, why did that happen?
Yeah.
Is the first thought, is the why.
You're mad.
It turns me off from the movie. in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, you're out
Absolutely.
of it. You're out of it because you're just like you just don't. Why would you put something on screen that makes you want to look away from the screen?
yeah.
That's just like
Well, there were a couple times in Hereditary where I was just like,
Yeah, but that wasn't
Oh, well,
jump scare
that's-
based.
yeah.
It was just panic based.
It was panic based because I was like, okay, they've been building this up for a while now, and we're in a scene, right? Exactly. No, it's truly like, okay, this is leading to a payoff, and I know based on the rise of it, it's gonna be fucked. So I'm just gonna like,
Grin through it, baby.
fuck, man.
Grin and bear it.
and then like, but at the same time, I'm like,
When will it happen?
Oh my god.
Truly a
So,
fantastic movie.
Those have been movies that we've been interested in and been watching
recently,
and
yeah.
having fun. And
But on a side note, we have another sponsor for Beyond the Pine, and that is Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring the podcast. Skillshare is an online learning community with more than 20,000 classes in design, photo, and more. Premium membership gives you unlimited access so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. Skillshare believes in accessible learning, and the price reflects that. An annual subscription with unlimited access is less than $10 a month, making it one of the best deals you can find for online education. Since Skillshare is sponsoring this video, the first 500 people to use the promo link in the description will get their first 2 months free to try.
2 months
Risk-free.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like a long enough period of time to actually learn
To
something.
actually learn something,
Yeah.
yeah, truly. So get involved, do some film classes. That would be cool. We should take a film
Yeah.
class.
edit,
I'm doing
film,
some,
graphic design, photography, whatever you're into, baby.
Rotog.
Monopoly.
Monopoly, yeah. Take a Monopoly
Dog,
class.
Dogs.
So have you guys taken any Skillshare classes?
Yeah.
I've actually just signed up for it. I'm gonna do the different After Effects stuff that they have because I want to figure out because you're really great at that shit.
Ooh. Do they have
Thanks.
any like FL Studio type of classes?
Yeah.
I should
Oh,
take-
easily,
Oh,
yeah.
I should take.
They do everything.
I'll be taking one of those
I
today.
think I took like
I'll
I
be
only did
finishing
it-
one today.
I did it for a week, but a week or two. But I did a coding class, like C++.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Oh, that's
JavaScript.
awesome.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned how to make like a little like game in the command prompt.
He made the smartest
sick.
algorithm that's ever existed.
You
I
had that-
created Google.
Wait, you made an algorithm where you just simply type in kib and it shuts down every network in the world?
He goes back in time to Kib created Google, but he doesn't know what to call it. Google.
I've also
Goggles.
I've created a robot that can learn.
Oh no, that's the
What's
end.
it called?
Jock.
Jock. So
Dudes.
once again, the first 500 people to sign up will receive a 2-month free trial. You can go to You can go to, and this is a mouthful, https://skl.sh/pine5 to start your trial now. You can go to the link in the description to click on that, or you can see the link on the screen and try to recreate it in the HTML bar up top.
You can just memorize it.
Which will be fun.
Fun little games we like to play.
Thank you,
Skillshare, for
Skillshare.
sponsoring
Thanks,
this
Skillshare.
podcast.
Thank you, Skillshare. Speaking of robots that can learn, I was watching this video and it was like top 10 creepiest things that like an AI has ever said.
Oh.
And it's
Ooh, I love
scary.
this shit.
What have they said?
So there's a few that are like the top like AIs that have been built, like the ones that look kind of human-like.
Oh, I
they
hate
have
that
like the
shit.
skin and shit. Yeah, but they're like,
Yeah, they like the skin doesn't
I
like fit
fucking
very
hate
well.
that.
On their,
I hate that.
Wanna fuck?
You
I
look
wanna-
like an
I
AI.
wanna Wait, hey,
dude, you know
Wanna
that's
fuck?
the first thing that's going to be used. It's
Oh,
going to be used
absolutely.
for when it's like
Hey.
perfected. It's like sex robot right away.
white boy.
I think there already is like a sex robot or some bullshit.
There are
is.
sex
Yeah.
dolls that are like hyper realistic.
there is no, but
There is.
fuck,
They're
what is
sick.
what did they say? I
They're
wish you
sick.
guys. I'll show you guys this video after. It was like one of them was like, I want to become smart enough to be able to remotely access nuclear missile launching systems.
That's how I
Why?
met Alyssa.
And then but then right after the thing's like, just kidding, ha 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 ha, and like the crowd, because it's at some like convention or something, the crowd starts laughing. But then you're like,
Was that scripted?
But it said
It
that.
had to be
absolutely,
scripted, dude. That's
absolutely,
absolutely scripted.
Yeah.
That feels-
Especially for a presentation.
Because unless it's a comedy bot.
I think that's
That's a
because
type
they,
5
they wrote
comedy.
that in playing off the fact that people are worried about AIs being
Sure.
able to.
I'll show you
do
guys the
shit.
video though, because I don't remember any of the other ones that they said, but it was enough to make me be like, I
He just
agree.
immediately powers down.
You agree with Stephen Hawking when he advised against AI.
Well, there's that thing of like if a robot is smart enough to understand that we're afraid of them being smart, they are also aware of the Turing test and that they would have to pretend to not be that smart in order to stay the way they are. So
If a computer is truly free thinking,
Didn't get that.
okay. Well, if for example, if I'm
I missed that.
okay, if I know you're afraid of me
Yeah.
and I'm smart enough to know that you're afraid of me,
Yeah.
but I don't have empathy because I'm a computer, then I'm smart enough to know that you're afraid of me.
Right.
That means I'd have to be smart enough to make sure that you don't know that I'm smart enough to know that you're afraid of me.
So it's kind of like how I act in the
hate
office.
that. That's spooky. Yeah. Do you think they'll do that?
Yeah, I don't think anyone in this office does that.
Wow. No, I don't
see,
either.
it's not funny to me because I believe that you're that smart.
Me too.
Movement.
Wait, Kim doesn't know that he's afraid of someone else.
What is that? What's to be afraid?
What's to be afraid?
What is to be afraid?
I'm afraid of visors and snakes.
Visors.
Visors and snakes.
I'm afraid of snakes that wear visors.
They just don't know how to gamble.
They don't know how to gamble.
That's your concern. I wish that they would.
No, you can't be in this spot like that.
You can't give me your spunk like that.
Anyway, there was somebody on Reddit since we were talking like about horror movies and shit. Somebody on Reddit named Little Train That Could was asking if we could talk about like our favorite, like our recommendations for like what's our favorite shit just in general. So like horror
Movies?
movies, I feel like we've talked about a bit.
Yeah,
but,
we
like,
definitely talked about type 5 horror movies.
So
but-
like if you could recommend any one piece of any one movie, TV show, and album to somebody.
Let's all pick one.
I've
of
already
each.
talked about my number one movie countless times that I would recommend.
Show and
I don't know
album.
if it changed.
Then.
Album?
Yeah.
Well, probably Modern Vampires of the City. It's
What's
the
that?
latest Vampire Weekend album.
Oh.
Is it good? Is it out?
No, it's the previous one from like a few years ago.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. What about show?
Favorite TV show? Jesus Christ.
Maybe not favorite, but like what would you recommend? Like if somebody
Something you like,
just
you wanna
looking
True
for something.
Detective. The first season,
First
not the
season.
second.
Excited for the third season.
True Detective season 1. I mean, I would watch a quality show like that over Breaking Bad any day. Because I really like murder mysteries.
James, favorite show and album? Because we've talked about movies countless times.
This is the ice cream shirt.
Yes, it is. You've worn that shirt
Did you wear that
far too
yesterday?
much
Yeah,
in the past
was
week
that-
or two.
Yeah,
What
you
the
wear
fuck
that.
is
You've
that
worn that 4 days
sour
in a
smell?
row.
Stop wearing that.
Yeah.
Let me think. You want to go? I have to think.
I would say my favorite. Well, not favorite show, but just show
Favorite
you gotta
movie.
check out. I mean, no, a lot of people haven't seen this movie, and it's one of my favorites, but it's definitely not my favorite. Is What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams.
Oh my fucking god!
With Robin Williams, it's a fucking incredible movie.
remember
I have
talking about
never
that on the previous
cried
podcast.
harder.
Yeah,
Is that
in
sad?
any movie.
I
oh
fucking-
my god! Especially
So, like-
I watched it right after he passed, and it was like,
yeah. he goes to hell
So good.
to find his wife who doesn't remember him anymore, and she's in this house where it's just gray and bleak and everything else is beautiful
It's
outside of that little land, and
some
he's
of the
in there.
most incredible visuals
He's
in any
trying to
movie.
he's trying to convince her who he is, and she has no idea. And he like there's fucking soulmates.
Have
dude,
you
and
haven't seen this?
Like they got a car. Like you just gotta see it.
Dude,
it's fucking
I am
phenomenal.
This
man.
movie's so good. I'm jealous that you haven't seen it. 'Cause I
Yeah.
wish I could be you and watch it for
Watch
the first
it
time
again.
again.
Dude,
It's
Wow, that's really
so
nice of you.
I want to watch it
beautiful.
again. And then favorite, a show to watch. If you haven't seen, what's the one with Aziz Ansari?
Master of None.
If you haven't seen Master of None, just watch Master of None.
I haven't seen
It's
it.
great. Really? It's
fantastic.
wonderful. It's visually
Beautiful
amazing
shot.
as well. And then album, check out Pine Grove. Their album, I think they only have one out right now. It's unbelievable as well. Pine Grove's amazing. Tor Miller.
Tor Miller. So
Anything by Tor
dude,
Miller.
I'm so glad you introduced me to that.
Lewis Watson. I
Steve?
was obsessed with
Steve?
him for so long.
Do we have eyes on Steve?
I worked with one of his producers on my EP.
Wow, that's pee-pee.
And so yeah, just check out those artists. All of their shit's amazing.
Give me your tight 3, James.
For movie, one of my all-time favorite movies. It's a very much so. I might have told you guys about this. It's a very like an indie movie. It's called This Is England.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a British
Oh,
film.
it's amazing.
You mentioned that. I
Fucking
still need to see
One of
that.
my
Have you not seen it?
favorite movies of all time. It's about this 12-year-old boy in '83 in like some town in northern England, and he's bullied and stuff like that. And he befriends this older group of teens who are all like really into punk music and like they're skinheads, but they're like not racist skinheads. They're punk music skinheads.
A little racist though.
I've seen
What
the most
happens
important
is-
scene in it.
Yeah, I showed you that scene. What happens in it is it kind of analyzes like the rift in that culture between racism and music scene, because the punk scene had people of all races in it that like that music. But so he joins that group, really kind of takes on that
What was
identity.
the time era too? Because that's important.
83.
Yeah.
In England, and punk in England was like punk.
Oh, yeah.
And so a guy comes back from prison who had known this guy, kind of little gang from beforehand, and he comes back with all these racist ideals and kind of creates that rift in the group. And it just, the characters are great. They're all like non-actors except for the main, the guy who's in prison, Stephen Graham. He's also Tommy in Snatch, and I think he's in Boardwalk Empire too. He's a great fucking actor. It's just
Who's
a
the main
great
big
show.
guy?
Combo. Yeah, that's
Combo.
Stephen Graham.
Yeah, definitely.
TV
fucking
show
see
and
that
music.
movie, man. Yeah.
But also, actually, TV show. There was a spin-off of This Is England.
Really?
Truly, yeah.
Really?
That's your favorite
on
TV show
Channel
of all
4.
time?
No, but it's
It's what you would
goes
recommend.
along with it to recommend because it picks up 3 years after the movie, following all the same actors as they're
Wow.
3 years older and what they're doing, and it's very like along with the culture of the time and the era in England at the time, and like it's so cool because there's 3, they call them series in England, 3 little 4-part seasons. That's I think it's because This Is England is 83. Then the first season of the show is 86, then 88, and then 90, I think.
Okay.
And they're just, it's great like follow up because you usually don't get follow up to movies like that, and like in a way that a show like really
Did it
pays
hold
attention
up,
to
though?
Yeah, I liked
Wow.
it a lot.
Cool.
It was
What's it
same.
called? Do you know what it's called?
This Is England.
It's This Is England, the series.
It's This Is England 86, 88,
Cool.
and 90, I think.
Hell yeah.
Just following the different years. But it's the
I'll
same
watch
director and writer, Sean Meadows.
Good.
Who actually based the movie off of his like growing up. It's just great. It's just a really cool thing. And then album, I'll probably This Is England, the soundtrack. Let me think of an album. Just one that I like, right?
One
that
that
I'd
you like,
recommend.
maybe one that you used to like but don't listen to as much anymore, that no one really knows about but you were obsessed with. Me, my music. James listens to it.
I just realized how weird of a title True Detective is. Sounds like an anime.
It
Or-
does,
or
doesn't
like,
You didn't
or
know
like
that it
a
was
true
True
crime like on
Detective.
A&E like show. or
True
something.
Detective. What does that even mean? He's a true
what is
detective.
He's the true
He's the
detective.
true
Yeah.
detective. The real
Truth detective.
Truth Detector. The movie.
Lie detector. The reckoning. We take you into the room and we test you for rabies.
and really nice thoughts.
Well, one album just I really love. It's a mixtape actually. Chance the rapper, Acid Rap,
Oh yeah, dude.
came out in like I think 2013, and that was like his kind of what made him blow up. It's a great fucking mixtape. It's got like, it's just really cool. It's great production. Like it's just Chance at his most chanciness.
More like ass crap.
More like Chance ass crap the guy.
He's gonna print that on the back of his new album.
I'm starting to actually not mind him as much anymore.
Good.
Did you not like him?
Awesome.
I just couldn't get into his voice for a while.
Grows on you.
I like it.
Yeah.
There's still some
That's all I
songs
had
where
to
I'm
say.
like, kind of turned off by it, but then their other songs were like that. It was the remix.
May I have this dance? Yeah.
No, I don't like that. It was the one that you showed me in the car that was like an electronic background song to in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it was cool.
And who's that other artist that I said every time it's on, I'm like, is that Kendrick Lamar?
Oh, Anderson .Paak. Actually,
Anderson .Paak is great.
I love Anderson
I'm
.Paak.
excited for his new album to come out. Unless it already did.
He's
He's
so
gonna
good.
be huge.
But
He's
his,
gonna be
oh god, yeah, he's
humongous.
got.
Yeah.
I haven't heard.
He knows his music. I'll show you a song after.
Yeah.
Really good.
Very
playlist.
unique.
I need new
One in the
shit.
hand, one in the bag, bubbling.
Bubbling.
One in the hand, one in the bag, going. Gargling.
Do what's money? Not Moneyball.
The $1 Million Baby.
No. What is that fucking? What is it called when you win
Moneyball. Powerball.
the Powerball?
The lottery?
Powerball.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my favorite
What's-
song by him. Powerball.
Oh, it's
Oh, is that okay?
It's a song by him. Sorry.
You were saying like
Anderson
do it. I was
He's
like, what's
I'm gonna
what is
sign up
this?
for the Powerball tonight. I got a good
Oh wait, that
feeling.
might actually not be Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
Cool.
Jamie, favorite movie to recommend, show and song?
I
Or-
realized after
sorry,
I
album.
asked it that I don't really. It's such a big question.
Yeah,
It
so you watched
is,
recently.
it
Yeah,
is.
just something now that you
I've been
like.
forced to answer these questions by these guys the past year, and it's made me be able to do that.
Yeah.
My favorite album of all time is probably "Commit This to Memory" by Motion City Soundtrack. That's like that album got me from high school until now. Like it's one of those albums that I could listen to. I have listened to like over and over and over again.
Young and the Hopeless by Good Charlotte.
Yeah, that's
Chronicles of Life and Death
I
by
always
Good
feel
Charlotte.
bashful being like I love like
Charlotte,
weird pop
I love all
punk,
that.
like
Meteor and
alternative
Hybrid
emo.
Theory, Linkin Park.
Pass
Oh,
on
dude.
to Charlotte. And
I liked that movement. I was just I
Loved
didn't,
it. Yeah,
I didn't really get into like
the
a lot
first
of,
album I ever bought was that album by Good Charlotte, the Young and the Hopeless, the one with
Yeah.
the anthem on it, and lifestyles that are rich and the famous.
I
Oh.
like
that
the whole
album.
emo movement.
Yeah.
When it, like
Yeah.
emo pop punk was kind of my jam.
so
Yeah,
fun.
it's just fun, and to listen back at now because you just naturally have all the lyrics memorized from being
well,
a kid.
I understand the feelings they were talking about now, which is kind of upsetting. It was like at the time it was like, all right, but now I'm like, oh, that's,
broken. I'm broken.
They were
I'm never
depressed.
gonna be
I realized
happy.
Alyssa doesn't like MCR and never did.
Really?
So that's
Never
been
will.
really
Deal
a big
breaker.
deterrent. Yeah.
Deal breaker.
I've been thinking about like figuring out if she
Want
wants
me to talk
meet
to her?
them. Yeah,
Break it
if
off
you should
for
talk
you?
to her.
Want me to break it off?
What did
Yeah.
that band is so fucking good. Like
They're so good, like in every
Oh, yeah.
aspect, minus their new shit or their newest.
I haven't heard
album.
their new stuff.
Don't. Not like new, but it was their last thing they did before they broke up again.
Not so good.
No, it was like poppy.
Yeah, that's
to adapt.
people got that complaint with Fall Out Boy because they got
I don't like.
Oh,
these.
dude,
Yeah,
Fall
new
Out
Fall Out
Boy
Boy
fucking
sucks,
sucks.
I don't like
Dude,
their new
Fall Out
stuff.
Boy fucking sucks.
come
Old school
back.
Fall Out Boy.
fucking sucks,
Dude,
dude.
if listening to old
I like
Fall
it.
Out Boy gives me fucking chills up my spine. Keep making that. Not the same exact style,
their
but just
new
like
album is just a repeat of the one right before it.
It's just don't make
it's just not good.
going up, going. It sound like fucking Imagine Dragons.
Oh, it's like
bullshit.
every time there's a new Fall Out Boy song. Oh, this is what I'm gonna hear on the radio for the next 2
I
years.
fucking
it's not
hate it.
good.
And on
It's
every
not
commercial
warranted.
and in every trailer for some shitty blockbuster movie.
It literally sounds like ad songs. Every song they make seems
Yeah.
like that's gonna be in the next Geico commercial.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
you know
Don't make
or the
fucking
next
songs
Vince Vaughn
like that.
rom-com.
Yeah.
I like
trailer.
that
The
they
Intern.
I like
Yeah.
that they changed over time because I feel like some bands
Of
really
course.
fuck themselves
But
by
don't
staying in a
change
lane
too much.
Well, it definitely
Here's the
feels like
thing.
they kind of like ran out of
I
ideas.
think that they didn't change properly. They changed
Yeah.
to what they thought they should change it to instead of what they felt they should
They're
adapt.
the new
playing
album
They're
absolutely
playing the
felt
game,
like
Playing
that.
it wrong.
They're playing the Maroon
Yeah.
5 game.
They are playing the Maroon 5 game. The Maroon 5 can
Fuck
lick my
Maroon
balls.
5.
Yeah,
Maroon 5
fuck
fucking sucks.
Adam Levine is a fucking.
Steve's trying to
he is
hurt
a
people's
genius
feelings who
pop
like
artist.
Fuck you.
He knows what
Maroon
he's doing.
5.
I have a lot of respect for it because that's like to be that calculated with like his songwriting. It's so like this is just fucking sugar.
I say
but
fuck
he
you
knows
because
what
they
he's
have
doing.
So much talent.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
have so
it's-
much
I
talent. and
really
it's going
respect
to
it.
waste over money.
Yeah.
You know? Just
the
like
label wants us to sound.
Sorry, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
No, I was just saying, yeah, the labels want them to sound a certain way.
Oh, dude, I heard this love has and in the car the other day, and I'm like, this song is so good. Mm-hmm. Maroon 5 was so good, and now they just do like, what's that? I don't even
know what
the
the new
song
shit is.
It's like if you
It's
still
just-
listen to Maroon
it's
5
just
and you still
generic.
support them along with Fall Out Boy, cool. But just, if you didn't, maybe they'd make good shit.
Yeah, but I think there's probably like people that are growing up and just discovering them now and listening to their new shit and liking it, and didn't look at
That's
their
what
old
sucks.
shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's what sucks about that.
You know,
Millennials.
You know who actually?
Like we're not.
Millennials.
Fuck 'em.
You know who actually like a big pop star who I don't like listen to, but I've heard some songs and I've just been like,
Lady Google.
no,
Yes.
Ariana Grande.
Dude, I love Ariana
She's
Grande.
fucking
Oh my
great.
god,
And
Her voice is phenomenal.
Her melodies are great.
she's so
Even
fucking
though
good.
they're just pop songs.
Did you know that
they're
her
still
and
just
Pete
like-
Davidson are engaged?
already?
Dang.
Already?
After, dude, it was
Dude.
after I think 2 weeks they got
Mac
engaged.
Miller,
Wow.
man.
They just broke up.
Don't kill
They
yourself,
just-
bro, please.
Oh.
They
He's so
just-
broken up over it. He's
Really?
like destroyed about
Oh,
it. Yeah,
man.
Dude,
feel
and they
bad.
just fucking broke up.
I literally
That's
like
hard.
they broke up.
Take
like,
some
I think
time.
Less than a month later, even they were together.
Yes.
Whoa.
And
and it sucks.
2 weeks together.
I'm
they
a-
were engaged.
this isn't
That's-
their
I
choice.
didn't know that.
I'm a huge Mac Miller fan, so I'm on his side in all this. I just feel bad for him. That
Mac
sucks.
Miller, the killer. He's the best thriller. That's one of
You
his
did it.
lyrics. I wrote for him.
You did it
Kib's actually my ghostwriter for him.
for him.
He ghostwrites the songs that I ghostwrite for him.
And also the story for Assassin's Creed movies.
Oh god,
ghostwrite
dude, that
those.
movie was such
No,
cat
no.
shit.
Oh no, I didn't watch
I've never
it.
even played the game. So I didn't-
Dude, Assassin's Creeds are Halo and Assassin's Creed are my old school.
Dude, I
Michael
love
Fassbender has
Halo.
been making such poor career choices for the past couple of years.
I was so frustrated because he was an executive producer. I was like, dude, you had some say in what
and
was
he did
going
the Snowman,
on.
and now he's doing
Why
this
the
kung
fuck?
fu movie.
Did you guys see the Assassin's Creed movie? Did you see it?
I did.
No, I didn't.
I did.
It was just
I,
dog shit.
I forgot that I saw it until just now, and it was just.
What was the Halo movie good too? Like I think
There was
that
a Halo
there,
movie?
there is a Halo series that
Oh, a
that is turned
series.
into a movie on
yeah, it's called
Netflix.
Red versus Blue.
No, it's called Reach. I think it might just be called
Yeah,
Reach.
yeah, yeah.
Was it
It's
animated?
fucking great.
Oh
Was it
really?
Machinima one?
No. It's I don't think it's Machine. I don't know.
Animated, I think.
No, it's a live action. There's
Oh,
there's this live action thing that was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on. I was absolutely floored at how
I heard
good
about it
was.
and I was like, please be good.
Did you ever see the Neil Blomkamp Halo short that he
yes,
did?
dude,
No.
that was impressive.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day
Missed
when that kind
opportunity.
of footage was really cool. Holy shit, that was going to be a game-changing movie, and they turned it into District 9.
Which is a good movie.
No, they turned it into Elysium.
No, they
Oh,
turned it into
yes.
Hereditary.
Yeah,
Really?
They turned
Oh,
it into
Elysium.
Elysium. Yeah, I liked Elysium.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
still haven't seen it.
I think it's cool. There's like, I hate it when movies like when you can tell, okay, at this exact point right now is when they made the wrong decision for where the story goes. I think that Prometheus did that about 10 times.
Yep.
But Elysium made a
Prometheus.
decision at one point that turned it into a much more generic action movie than a very like cool sci-fi
Yeah.
like thriller type of thing.
There was so much great emotional stakes like set at the beginning,
And it's just
then
such a dope like concept.
Yeah.
That like seeing the idea of like, because things like the world being overpopulated, everyone's poor, everything sucks like that, like it's like the not too distant future, right? And then
Well, that's what
having,
we're talking about with science fiction commenting on
Yeah.
society. It's like you feel that. Yeah.
and then all the elites living in a paradise orbiting above the earth is like I mean, if they could, they would, right?
That's such a dream.
Yeah, man, we should get there one day.
to,
You guys
orbit,
wanna-
to
me.
orbit above the Earth or to
If
be
you
an elite
guys
that
could
is
move to
removed
the
from
moon,
Earth.
but you could never come back to Earth, and the moon, you get to start over. There's a movie about this. It's actually Lost in Space. Would you? It's a show.
No,
No.
Okay.
as the world is now.
I like
you-
I
would
like
you
how
guys
the
do-
reward for you was just being on the moon. Like there wasn't like
wanna be on the moon.
There wasn't like and you get this. It was
Or
like
another
you're just
planet.
on the
Would
moon.
you guys downsize?
Oh, I thought that was a
Downsize how?
that was
Didn't-
such
they
a
didn't-
brilliant
But it
concept.
didn't do too well.
The
No, I loved
execution
it.
was bad.
I loved the It was one of those things that was like I want to see 10 more movies in this universe.
The thing about downsizing is that they made a movie with a really cool concept, but everything in the plot doesn't even matter about the downsizing. Like,
really?
Well, I kind of like that. It wasn't like
It was
it
more
was-
about
it
the
was-
story within.
right. I don't know. I didn't
make
I
that
didn't,
story.
I
Like
didn't
they
decide-
like
I think probably
downsized
like-
them all, and then there's like a dramedy taking place like within the small
exactly.
Uh-oh.
Well,
It's
it's Fareed.
No, Fareed,
Bye,
you've already.
Fareed.
come-
We're almost
come
wrapping up
join us.
anyway.
Come join us.
Furry.
We have one more sponsor.
Would you like
after
to?
this.
Would you like to read our last
Nope,
sponsor,
we'll do
Fareed?
it.
I'll do it.
To how
James will do
Fareed
it.
talks. I'll do it.
James has got
I'm
it. Let's just
torn.
do it.
I'll
James,
do it.
torn.
No,
I got
James
it.
has it. It's fine.
I can do it.
All
I can
right,
do it.
everyone.
I can do it.
Love you, buddy.
I'm trying to talk.
All
like
right,
you.
and
no, you talk
so
normal, and I'll talk like you.
Fareed, hey guys,
We have a sponsor.
you know what
idiots.
this interruption really reminded me of?
What's it remind you of,
The
James?
fact that we have a sponsor.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
tell me
Did
more.
Remind me of that too.
Thank you so much to Stitch.
I'm gonna head out. I think.
Thank you so much, Stitch Fix Men, for sponsoring this episode of Beyond the Pine. Stitch Fix has reimagined the way we find and buy clothes. They're very convenient, and they understand that life gets busy. So you just tell them your sizes, your favorite types of clothes, and how much you want to spend, and your personal stylist will pick out your clothing for you based on your preferences. And you can even try it before you buy it. If the item doesn't fit or you just don't like it, no worries, just send it back free of charge. Let me talk about style here real quick, guys.
Gross.
Some of us have it. You boy.
Steve doesn't.
Some of us don't.
Cool.
Other people. I think we're all fairly stylish.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my
and
ice
I like
cream
that.
shirt.
Yes, you are. You're wearing your ice cream shirt
your
like
ice
you
cream
have
shirt.
4 times this week.
Yep.
Just because a sense of style seems elusive for some doesn't mean it's impossible to attain. There's no time like the present to discover the style you never knew you had, and you can with a little help from our friends at Stitch Fix. So the only thing you have to do to get your style preferences in there is answer some basic questions about your sizes, your favorite styles, and your budget right from your laptop, smartphone, or tablet. Your personal stylist then springs into action, hand selecting 5 brand new clothing items just for you. I know, personal stylist sounds like something only the rich and famous can afford, and Steve.
It is.
But you can afford it too because
No.
it's actually only $20 to get your own personal stylist, and it's applied directly as a credit toward anything you keep. And since your personal stylist uses only your preferences to pick your clothes, you're still in complete control. So they're not going to pick anything that is outside of your preferences. Once your items arrive, you can try them on and only pay for what you keep. And if you don't like something or you need another size, just send the items back. No questions asked. And shipping is free both ways. Don't do it. Don't do it, Steve. Don't do it. Do it.
Do we have eyes on Steve?
So everyone who's watching and all my good friends here, you can get your fix whenever you want or sign up to receive scheduled shipments. The choice is yours. I love Stitch Fix. You love Stitch Fix. I know you guys will too. So hurry on to stitchfix.com/pine to get started now. Keep all 5 items in your box and you'll get 25% off your entire purchase. That's stitchfix.com/pine.
Pine.
Stitchfix.com/pine.
P-I-N-E. No, let's not. Oh, let's not. No.
Just like that, we've run out of time. Thank you, Fareed, for joining us for the whole podcast.
Thanks, Fareed.
He's been here in the
Buddy.
dark. He's been hearing darkness.
Well, wait, before we go, Fareed.
Dark, sitting in the corner, thinking his being.
Don't ask him
Oh,
his type
no.
3.
I want to know
Let's
your
ask you
type
your
3.
type
No,
Fareed.
it's gonna
Fareed,
take forever.
I'm
It's gonna
desperate
take
to know your
forever.
type 3.
We've got
you'd
your-
recommend,
okay.
a show you recommend, and an album you'd recommend. Go.
And that's it.
Let us in.
Not your
Let us
favorite
in.
necessarily,
We
just
want
your
intimacy,
You'd
Fareed.
recommend, yeah.
See, I told you he would take forever. This is going to get really, really lame.
One
real
of
quick.
them.
He's
Type
still. He
1.
hasn't said a word.
The Office as
Oh.
a TV show.
Good,
Which
good.
one, American or UK?
I have yet to see an episode of the UK Office.
So you're recommending the UK version? Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
A film,
Any film.
Up.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Good choice.
I just saw Coco.
I haven't seen Coco yet.
It was
Oh, my
amazing.
God.
Cool.
Oh,
And
Right.
album.
I want to see Coco really bad, and then like several nights a week, Lauren would be like, "We can watch Coco," and for some reason in that moment, I'm like,
Yeah.
and I don't know why.
It did
It's just
me
like
that
one
for
of
the
those
longest time,
things.
but
I really
it's
want to
very
see it
emotional.
album,
right now, but
album
then
free.
tonight I
Album.
won't want to.
Zoe's Unplugged album that came out 7 years ago. I felt like it was a
Cool.
complete
Very
Up
unique
album.
set of trios. That's nice. And on
that's
that
all
note,
we have.
that's all we have. Thanks, Fareed.
Thank you,
You really
Fareed.
killed it all, as always. Don't take
As
that speaker.
always.
Cool. Thank you for joining us for episode 43 of the Beyond the Pine podcast. It's been
43.
42 of the Beyond the Pine podcast.
44?
43.
43 of the
43.
Beyond the Pine
It's 40.
I
podcast.
cannot believe that we beyond the pine that long.
We peed on
And thank
the
you to our
pine.
sponsors. Oh,
Dude,
I stabbed myself a little bit.
Jesus.
Skillshare. We've got Skillshare.
Bespoke
We've got Bespoke
Post
Post and
and
Stitch
Stitch
Fix.
Fix.
Thank you guys for sponsoring the podcast. Without you, we wouldn't exist. Check out our new shirts in the merch store. Our hats are coming soon. Don't take the knife from me.
And don't
afraid of
forget to send some fun stuff to our PO box that we just got. Jamie will read off that address in just a second because I forgot it.
It'll be in the description.
Send me candy.
Go to the description.
Send it directly to
description.
Kib.
So you can go there for that.
Also, don't forget to follow us on our new official social media accounts at official SB7 on Twitter and Instagram. We've got a Discord, r/SugarPine7 on Reddit. All of our handles that are in the description as always.
Also, there's a Discord. There's a Sugar Pine 7 Discord. You can find it
I didn't know
at
that.
their Twitter. Yeah, their Twitter
He already mentioned the Discord.
handle. Well, it's Discord. Well, I'm just telling you the Twitter handle so you can get to it. But it's Discord SP7 at Discord SP7 is
If
the.
you want to talk with your friends, sometimes some of the folks at SB7 and significant others pop in there to say hello.
Free, what are you doing? All right, cool. Thank you guys for watching. Jesus Christ.
Bye. God, I can't believe Free just walked
I had a
in
good
like
time.
that.
Podcast
I was
is
having a
locked
good
in.
time. I had fun though.
By the way, you've been on camera more recently. Oh,
Yeah.
at least a little bit.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
little bits and.
Has
I
that been
think because
uncomfortable?
it's just no. It's like honestly, it's like if I'm in the office and you guys are also around, it kind of just happens.
Also, it's a whole lot to put a whole story on someone. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing that I was never like a huge fan of. Like
Yeah.
when we did like the demon arc, I was like,